Hey, this video is going to be about my enclosure I made for my Tormach. I've only had it about a week, but from watching all the videos that are already on YouTube, I had some pretty good ideas of what I wanted to make. And I didn't want to have to come back later after I had used the machine for 6 months and try to come up with something. So I had some of this plexiglass that I got very cheaply and some of this channel. It's the manufacturer's item, but it's similar to 80/20 channel. It's pretty readily available, and at the price I got it at, I went ahead and used it for the main frame of the enclosure. It's not perfect, but I really didn't want to spend a lot of money on the enclosure. The Tormach one was, you know, it's nice, but spending $2,600 just wasn't in the plan for me. So I'll go over it a little bit, and I'll show you my coolant system and talk about some of the future upgrades I have in store for it also. So I did what a lot of other folks have done and went with a actual 10-gallon tub in this case, and used the PVC pipe, and I went ahead and upgraded to a 1/3 horsepower pump. And I've just plumbed it in using reinforced tubing. You can get it Home Depot or Lowe's, wherever. And I used the home house filter that's very popular for people to be using. I went ahead and plumbed in a nozzle, can't really see that, a nozzle for wash down. And right now I just got it hanging up there. And then I put two gauges on it, so I can basically see the pressure differential and know when that filter is clogged and when I should do something about it. Eventually I'll probably end up replacing that screen with something a little better, but for now it works out pretty good. Right now I have my screen set up on just a temporary table. In the future I have plans to make a enclosure that I will be freestanding somewhere outside the machine to the right hand side. I had an idea just to make it similar to what you would see on a true VMC, like a Haas or a Mori or whatever brand, and have the touch screen and relocate the actual panel out to the touch screen, out right underneath the touch screen, and put it in its own enclosure, and to have my stop button and everything made into that enclosure. So I've actually already I've only had this thing about a week, and I've already cut my first paying job on it. This is a guy I work with asked me if I could make him basically a brand that he could burn in some of his stuff. He wanted to put a brand in it, in a wood item he's got. So I came up with this, and it wasn't too complicated. I used Fusion 360 to model it up, and worked out pretty good. I actually already made him a steel version of this item, so it can be a little more durable than this aluminum one. The aluminum one, I was just checking to make sure that my design worked well, and then I changed the feeds and speeds for cutting in the steel. So it worked out, made a few dollars, and starting getting back some of the money I've invested in this Tormach machine. I do have the coolant manifold that I purchased from Tormach. Eventually I will fix this hose a little bit better, but I do plan on very shortly buying the power drawbar and putting it in, and then I will more securely fix this hose so it goes up through the cover. Right now I'm just having to open the cover a lot to do the manual tool changes, so looks like it's gonna work out pretty good. We'll see. I've got a few more projects lined up that I've already started designing, so more to come.